last time on Mysterious Island.
My name's Peter.
What manner of spiritual quest do you want exactly?
Can't discuss that with you. It'll be a special dinner prepared for the spiritual needs of all of us individually.
Peter's a lovely man, and I think his tattoos are beautiful. I think we should stop this.
What you saw was your mother checking how skin feels when it's being tattooed.
Just as a woman's tattoo is earned through motherhood, a man's tattoo must also be earned.
Hooray! We're going to be saved. How long before you come back for us?
Well, well. The old man's birthday, eh?
What's that?
What's what?
You said it was somebody's birthday.
Yes. My father's. Hardly matters now, though, does it? He won't be getting a card from me this year. Not that I would have sent him one anyway.
I haven't even thought about the date for ages. What is it?
Today is the 15th of March, 1866.
15th. That's my... wonder if that matters here. Hey, wait a minute.
Now, you see, one must keep up.
It was Joanna's birthday last week. I didn't even wish her a happy birthday.
Well, I don't suppose she knew either. Pity. We could have had a party.
Yes, we should have.
I could do with a bit of pomp, a bit of circumstance. A celebration. Ceremony. The splendor of a grand parade, eh?
What are you talking about?
Well, birthdays, weddings, New Year's. The importance of ceremony in the whole scheme of things.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
We should have a party for Joanna.
Yes, wonderful idea, Herbert.
Ah, Captain, where's Joanna?
Down at the beach.
Good. We're gonna have a birthday party for her. It was last week, but I remembered when Gideon told me it's his father's today.
Really? Well, certainly. Good idea.
Decorations, bit of a feast, party hats.
Where are you going?
I'm off to do a bit of writing. I shall be back later. I'll help you then.
Well, that's just typical, isn't it? Thinks up something for us all to do, gives the instructions, and walks out.
Yes, well, I'm sure he'll be back in time to help us eat. Meantime, why don't we start on the decorations? I can make a present.
And how about a banner? Happy birthday, Joanna.
Yes, we can make it out of banana leaves.
And one for Gideon's father, too.
Why? He's not here.
A smaller one. I'd be nice for Gideon.
Might be. Might not be. He didn't seem too thrilled about it. Thrilled about what? I'll go get those things.
We were just speaking about the passage of time. Gideon wasn't too thrilled about it.
Entry 147, the human mind. A complex labyrinth of logic and illogic, order and chaos. And the constant struggle to maintain a balance. How close to the point of balance is an outwardly sound mind? And what would be the impetus required to push it beyond that point?
Dear Father, I am writing to you on the occasion of your birthday. I will address it to you in your capacity as attaché at the British Consulate in Calcutta. Also as the manager of the East India Tea Company, and finally to Bromley Hall in case you have returned home in the interim. Not that it really matters. The chances of you ever reading this are very slim.
What is it? What are you doing?
There's just no privacy around here, is there?
Where's Gideon?
Went out to do some writing.
We've gone a long time.
He planned to be. Took some food for lunch.
Who's there? Ahmed! Is that you?
Dear Father, I'm writing to you on the occasion of your birthday. How sweet.
What do you think would have happened if Peter had stayed?
I don't think there was ever any chance of that.
Well, what if he had?
I'm not sure it's worth pondering over things that didn't happen. How's that?
Do you think anything would have happened between him and Joanna?
I have no idea. Now, how are we going to do this?
Barnes. Is that you, Barnes? Where's Father?
He's waiting for you. Come. Come with me.
We should let some go to seed, in case we need it.
You think that we can afford to do that? Barely get enough from the garden as it is.
True. But we can expand it if we're still here in the spring. I hope we'll have enough to get us through.
Get us through what?
The winter.
Do you think it'll be colder this winter?
Don't know what to expect.
I was hoping we'd be away from here by then.
And to be honest, sooner than we thought. I feel the change of season already, especially in the mornings.
I think you might be right, Cyrus. I've noticed it too.
We'll be all right. As long as we lay in enough provisions, make sure we've got plenty of dry firewood. We'll get through it.
Well, that's something to look forward to. Getting through another winter. Wonderful.
It's not a wonderful prospect. But not being prepared for it would be worse.
1 year into the next. And we pretend that getting through winter is some kind of victory.
Would you just make the best of it, Herbert? You're beginning to sound a little like your father.
Am I? Well, there's only one best of things, and it's certainly not spending another winter in a cave.
bush, his face was white as snow. And everywhere the bear is went, he put some up his nose. Round and round the mulberry bush, his face was white as snow. And everywhere the bear is went, he put some up his nose.
Now, son, let's you and I have a little chat.
Huh? Father.
I remember what I was like at his age. Head full of grand schemes. Things I wanted to do. Places I wanted to go.
Maybe I was a little harsh, saying it was the same for us.
Well, in a way it is. In some ways it's worse. Though, I think you learn to cope with unfavorable situations a little more philosophically as you get older.
I think if learning to cope with unfavorable situations was all I had to look forward to at his age, I'd be pretty upset about it too.
We're none of us getting any younger.
Well, I decided not to get any older whilst I'm here. Decided the time doesn't count.
So, you won't be celebrating any birthdays while we're on this island?
Not on your life, Cyrus. Why are we talking about this?
Well, Dad, I've always hated the thought of turning into you. But if I just listened to you more when you were teaching me about boat building and navigation and... well, I might have the skill to get us all away from here. At least I wouldn't be 16 and totally useless.
Begin.
High five, Father.
Who else is with us?
Why, Father? We're alone, are we not?
Why are you so afraid, boy? What's the matter?
It was an accident.
Father.
You clumsy little fool. Accidents wouldn't happen if you took more care. You're always crashing around, not looking where you're going.
Sorry, Father.
Now, what's the punishment going to be?
But Father, I was just playing.
Playing? Playing inside? Playing's for sports grounds, not inside. Now, what's it going to be?
I've already rebuked him. There's no need to do it twice. There you go, sweetheart. After you, Mom.
What do you think you're doing, woman?
Excuse the same question. He's 5 years old. Do you understand nothing of childhood?
How dare you? Of course I do. Look at Harold. He's growing into a fine young man. His mother knew how to raise a gentleman and how to treat a husband, too.
That old chestnut. You never tire of it, do you? Comparing me to the perfect woman who so conveniently happens to be dead.
Don't you dare malign Isabel. What's got into you, woman?
Living with you's probably what killed her. Seeing what an inhuman beast you really are.
Now that's enough. If you don't stop, I'll have no alternative but to thrash some sense into you.
If I thought it may have a similar effect on your good sense, I may surely let you.
I've changed my views on many things since I've been here. Where have you been?
I went for a walk to think things over. Captain, how old were you when you went off into the world on your own?
Well, I would have been when I first went away to college.
Then you were...
16?
Happy birthday, son. Getting to be a big boy now. How old are you?
Did you get me? Oh, did you get me?
Not yet. How old are you today?
Six, Father. May I have it?
Here you are.
Thank you, Father. Come outside and do some kicks with me.
No, not now. I've got work to get on with. Call Nanny. She'll look after you.
Nanny!
Nanny! Mommy! Nanny! 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 Mummy?
What's this I hear about you not being in the rugby team? What's wrong with you? You're of good blood, nothing to hold you back, except a weak mind. What is it, boy? Speak up.
I don't know. Lots of other...
You are not lots of other boys. You're a spillet. I was captain of the first 15. So was your brother. No wonder you didn't make the rugby team. Look at you. You're such a sissy. You're even frightened by a small thunderstorm.
It's that mother of yours, isn't it?
That's what makes you this way, isn't it? Isn't it?
So, how's your tablecloth coming along?
Fine, just fine. But we need that big needle. Do you have it?
Right. Here.
Ah, thank you.
So what are you up to?
Since when have you been interested in the household chores? How many articles of your clothing have I mended without you even knowing I'd done it?
Oh, just some clothing repairs, huh?
That's right.
Father?
What is it?
Father. I won the poetry competition.
Shall I recite it to you?
Poetry.
Oh, yes, very well. How long is it?
I walk along the pathways, I run across the fields. When spring is there, the birds all sing, and lo, the church bell peals. I walk alone all day long, till tired I reach my home. When I'm there, my father snores, his big fat nostrils flare. There's so much wind, the curtains blow. It's nice when I'm not there. The end.
Oh, yes, good. Very good.
What are you doing sleeping down here, boy? Where's that nanny of yours? Been at the bottle again, I'll be bound. Well, come on, lad, get yourself up to bed. What's this?
Harry, Granny gave it to me for my birthday.
It's your birthday today. Well, then, you're far too old to be bothering with this sort of nonsense. You can't be a baby forever. You don't like that, do you? One day you'll understand. Remember that emotion, boy. Very valuable one to know and recognize.
To understand, to control, and use. That's right, boy. Fight for
What you believe in.
So, you think she'll be surprised?
I think she will. Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I'm sure that she will be delighted that you remembered.
At least I remembered.
You mean at least you remembered?
Well, I mean, better late than never.
Well, Herbert, sometimes women of a certain age don't always want to be reminded of exactly how old they are.
You mean just because she's getting a little older, she won't want her birthday remembered?
No, your mother is hardly old by any standard. No, I just mean that under the present circumstances, she might not want to be reminded of the passage of time. Now, we better get on with these decorations. Wonder what's happened to Gideon.
Gideon doesn't want to go to school next time.
What sort of nonsense is this?
It's not nonsense, Father. I don't want to go back.
And what, pray tell me, do you want to do?
I could have a tutor here, or I could go to a different school.
Why?
They do things in ways I don't like. Subjects I like studying get almost no time. Other things get all the time.
School's not about like, boy. School's about preparation for becoming a man.
But surely if we got a good tutor,
Now, that's
we'd be-
enough, woman. It's hard enough trying to whip this boy into shape without you conniving with him.
But, Father...
No, don't you interrupt. I know what your problem is. You can't take the rough stuff. Well, you'd better learn to.
Father, you don't know what manner of unspeakable things...
Of course I do. I went there too, like my father before me and his father before him. It's the finest school in England. I mean, it's not as though we're in India where we have to worry about you being exposed to the dark-skinned people now, is it?
No, sir.
Gideon, you have to prepare yourself for life in the Foreign Service. Of course it's hard. You ready to face cannibals who would just as soon put you in a pot and eat you as look at you?
Oh, please stop this. You're upsetting him terribly.
Yes, well, life's hard. Mark my words. You'll be glad one day that you went to a school that taught you to be strong and to understand the superiority of the Englishman. That's all there is to say on this topic. Do you understand me?
No, I will not turn into you, Father.
Looks like you're going to get through it after all. Academically, anyway. We're going to Sandhurst next week. I've got an interview for you, despite your lack of application to things martial.
Father, I was hoping to concentrate on literature.
Now, there'll be plenty of time for reading, boy. Besides, you've got to learn something that'll be useful for life, not just something that interests you.
Literature will be useful for my life. I'm going to be a writer.
Wherever did you get such a preposterous idea?
From every language master who ever taught me. Sir.
Your language masters may have coddled you through to an overall pass. But what I've noticed is your marks in things masculine, sporting, and military. Oh, no. Get those silly ideas out of your head, boy. Sandhurst is the best place to prepare you for the trials and tribulations of your career in the colonies. We haven't subdued the natives everywhere, you know. Ah, a good military background. A serious measure of discipline and a knowledge of how to fight. It's imperative.
Father, while I'm sure that fighting and subduing natives in various parts of the world is imperative to our queen and her empire, it is not for me. Please. Please.
Joanna, what are you doing?
I was just worried about the goat. Thought she might have a disease. Maybe she's just feeling old.
She looks fine to me.
Oh, she is fine. For an animal her age. In fact, she's pregnant.
Is she so?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. So she can't be all that old.
Well, maybe she's just of a certain age. Would that be it then?
Yes, doubtless. The perfect age. I wonder when the birthday is.
Whose birthday?
The goat's. I mean, when will she give birth? Why is it someone's birthday?
No, not that I know of. We'll accept Mr. Spilett's father.
Is it Gideon's father's birthday? When I decided a long time ago not to recognize anybody's birthday while we're on this island. Now, we'll be needing a bigger pen for our beasts, won't we?
No birthdays. Well, I don't see the harm in that myself. But why build a bigger pen? You're not planning on making this a permanent place to live, are you?
Might as well make ourselves as comfortable as possible. Who knows how long we're going to be here?
If we could just capture a mate for Jezebel, we'd be in for a treat. Roast pork, even bacon.
Wonderful. It's some treat, being stuck here long enough to become farmers.
Don't be like that, Herbert. You're just going to make the best of it.
Just how am I supposed to make the best of living here forever? What if I want to have a wife? What if I want to have children one day? Even the animals get to do that.
We're all in the same situation. Cyrus and I have both lost our partners.
Well, you two could have each other.
Herbert, be quiet. We're not animals. We don't pair up out of convenience.
Didn't you learn anything from Peter? Why shouldn't you? You both like each other. I can see that, even if you deny it. And I'm very happy we're not having any birthdays on this island.
I know you two have been planning a party for me.
Well, you better act surprised.
What about the other things he said?
Father! I came as fast as I could. How is she?
She died 3 days ago.
You don't care. You've all but killed her and you don't care.
Well, well. The island castaway returns.
Hello, Father. I've missed you.
Nonsense.
That's true. So much has happened. I'm no longer the young man who left Sandhurst.
Left? You quit because you couldn't take it.
No, sir. I left because I wouldn't take it.
You could have been something. And look at you. A writer. You know better than one of those savages in the field.
And you, sir, are no better than the savages who forced them to their work. I have no wish to be better or worse than any man. You can't understand that, can you?
You've learned nothing.
On the contrary, Father. I've learned more. Much more than I could ever learn in the study of battle. I'm beginning to understand my life.
Understand? You don't have to understand it. You have to take charge of it.
How do you manage, Cyrus? I mean, your wife and children not knowing where you are. They don't even know you made it through the war.
I'm sure they'll be all right.
Yes, but she might not be thinking the same thing about you. When would your anniversary have been?
We haven't had one together since before the war.
Cyrus, if we were to stay here for a very long time, would you want her to get married again?
I don't know. I would want her to be happy. To have love. The day we landed on this island, our wedding anniversary.
Who are you? Who are you really?
I'm your father. If you'd listened to me, you would never have died.
I'm dead. How did I die?
Never have forced me to take out the Nautilus. Time and time again. Against the British warmonger!
The Nautilus. Captain Nemo.
Planning to make something?
I could never figure out how to build a boat, much less navigate one. If I ever find a way off this island, I'm taking it. That's my decision.
If there's any real opportunity, you know we'll take it. Did you have something else in mind?
I don't know. Shall we put the banner up now?
Well, I think we should wait till just before dinner. It's still a surprise party. We could give it a trial run, though, see how it looks.
Anybody home?
Joanna.
Is everything all right here?
Yes, everything's fine.
Oh, is that your tablecloth?
Yes, it didn't work out.
So, Herbert, you decided to call me Joanna, have you?
Well, I thought maybe I was getting old enough.
Gideon's been gone rather a long time, even for him. I think we should go and see if he's all right.
I'll go.
I'll come with you.
Cyrus, look.
Not like him to leave food.
His pencil. He wouldn't have left without his pencil unless there was something really wrong.
Something is wrong. Come on, this way.
Who are you now?
Gideon Spilett. War correspondent.
Cowardly journalist. Hiding behind your pencils.
I hide behind my pencil. You behind your guns. Perhaps we both are cowards.
You write, I act.
I report the truth as plainly as I see it.
Lies.
No, sir.
You sit back and judge. You would never deign to get your hands dirty in reality.
I was involved enough to escape a firing squad by balloon and ended up here. Hardly too far from the action.
You're a parasite. You sit idly by waiting for someone's pain to provide some grist, some distorted story.
Oh, I have a story here and now. A scoop, in fact. An interview with the infamous Captain Nemo. You are a legend, sir.
Well, then you should be enlightened. So that you will understand when I punish you for your vitriolic attacks on me.
Vitriolic? You don't deny you sunk HMS Belgrade.
And the Fortitude? And the Britannia?
Yes. You've sent a large number of Britain's most successful and terrifying warriors to an early grave. Their crews along with them. A friend of mine was conscripted into the Navy. He did not believe in war, but without the protection of wealth or class, he had no choice. Either fight for your country or be executed by your country. So he took his chances. He was executed by you. I would guess that more than half the men you sentenced to death were nothing more than innocent pawns. Just so many lambs to the slaughter.
Lies. Lies. I could make your life here very frightening.
It already is.
You're as bigoted as your father.
You constantly criticize me for the faults of my father. Well, you may be right. When I first came here, I was a small-minded snob. I don't believe that description fits anymore. And paradoxically, the dislike of my father has waned, despite the fact that I'm sure he has changed not one bit.
Your father hates you.
Yes. But now I can understand his hatred. I have surpassed any expectation he could ever have had of me. But more importantly, I have surpassed my own. Is this your family? Are they your reason?
They murdered them. They murdered them all.
I forgive you your wrongs.
But I'm not wrong.
And I forgive you for not knowing right from wrong.
Really?
You must strive for understanding, not control.
You understand nothing.
Oh no. I understand a great deal. I understand how you think and what drives you.
What about vengeance if sins have been committed?
Then I would need to take revenge somehow upon myself.
You make no sense at all.
I forgive you for making me the same as you.
You are nothing like me.
You see the differences, Father. And there are many. There are also similarities. Many similarities.
Come, son. It's time to go home. Sleep soundly.
He's here. And he's breathing.
Gideon? Gideon, where have you been? What happened to you?
I've been sleeping.
Well, you weren't here an hour ago.
Wasn't I? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Herbert, that's wonderful.
Happy birthday.
That's very nice of you, Herbert. Thank you.
Well, it's pretty uninteresting, but there wasn't much we could do. Here. Your birthday was actually a week ago, but I only found out this morning. Did you know?
Yes.
Well, open it. It's actually from all of us.
Oh. Oh, Herbert, it's beautiful. Thank you. I have a birthday present for you, too.
What? You mean it's your birthday, too? When?
Today.
Oh, I see.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The star chart?
The Southern Hemisphere. Your father made it. He'd want you to have it now.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Congratulations. My father shall be proud to share a birthday with you. As it seems I've spent the last few hours with him, let me wish you both a very happy birthday.
We didn't know your father's Christian name.
Oh, Mr. Spilett, the senior, is quite appropriate. You know, in my dreams, he was so real. So vivid. It was quite remarkable.
Do you remember what happened?
No details. Just flashes. Bits of the past. And the future.
But where were you?
I was all over the world. Magnificent staterooms, my old school. Places I've never been before.